Alrighty, welcome to Blacksad Under the Skin. This is a telltale adventure-like adaptation of the Blacksad property. Keith is here with us. Look down there, he's my Lil Pogchamp down there. So he'll be co-hosting this playthrough.
Finally, after all these years, I get to play Telltale's Batman series.
Because that's what this is.
Yeah. Are we on the same page there that Blacksad is Batman?
Yeah, well, there's this one...
And I don't mean on the shallow, like, hey, they're both Noir, and I haven't realized what that is yet, but, like, he literally, like, he's got, like, Batman's cowl-shaped head with the mask opening-shaped white spot on his face, and his best bud is Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah, well, there's a panel in Arctic Nation, which is the story that takes place right before this one,
where he's like
inexplicably hanging out on a rooftop, like perched like Batman, and I was like, what the hell is going on
there's
here?
An obvious Batman reference panel in Arctic Nation. Both of us reread the first two stories of Blacksad last night to get caught up.
Yeah, because this takes place chronologically. It's the third Blacksad story. We've got some subscriptions. Bloss King just subscribed. Thanks so much. But yeah, we'll get started right now. Let's just dive in. I know nothing about this game, basically, other than this. Than it takes place.
Arctic Nation has highly detailed, muscular, furry ass.
It does. And it has Weekly. The first introduction of Weekly being a horny little stinky boy.
Yeah, is him photographing this dude having sex.
All right, well, let's hit new game. If you restart the game, this says if you restart the game because I played with the settings, that's all.
Instead of black and sad, that character was white and horny.
Let's hit yes. Ooh, mysterious.
It looks like they've hung the first version of TV Sonic to death. Oh, he's a lynx.
Yeah.
Not a terrifying photorealistic hedgehog man.
Oh, this was a sudden cut to a tutorial screen. This interactive drama uses similar controls to other games of its genre. Do you still want to enable the tutorial? No, Keith. Do you think I'm gamer enough to play without a tutorial for a point-and-click adventure game?
Do you think you know how to play a you press buttons when they say to press buttons game? This tutorial's like, when the A button comes up, press A.
Oh, we're gonna get Blacksad will remember this choices here. Silhouette on the right is no longer visible. There we go. You think the loading screen wouldn't freeze on 99% if it skipped all the way to 99? Why didn't it just slowly lead up?
Loading screen percentages are just a farce.
Yeah, they're a complete lie.
They've always been a lie.
Ooh.
Sometimes when I walk into my office, I get the feeling that I'm walking among the ruins of a lost civilization. Not because of the reigning disorder, but because it feels like the remains of the civilized person I used to be.
Where is the damn detective? I'm gonna rip his head off. I swear I'll tear his eyes out. Hey! Hand over the pictures, you bastard. Now! Otherwise, you're gonna be dead meat. Hear me, cat?
What kind of pictures are you looking for exactly?
You know which ones. Me and a lady. 2 days ago.
Ah. Curious, are you? Plenty of things you could learn through.
I'm gonna kill you!
His mic is so booming.
I know the audio mixing is a little rough. That action was not sold. There's like a lack of audio and energy.
A guy like him.
You had but a horn,
About enough time to aim at his soft spots.
bro. Oh, what's the one thing where a rhino has a specific advantage?
It took him off guard.
Oh, man. You broke my jaw.
Well, now it matches your marriage.
If you show my wife those pictures, I'm dead meat. You'll ruin my life. Please.
I don't enjoy meddling in others' affairs, but it's my job, and I've got bills to pay. You're the one cheating on your wife, buddy. This is on you.
Hey, I'm no two-timer, I swear. It only happened once, for God's sake. I'm just her bodyguard, that's all. She seduced me. I love my wife, honest to God. I even quit the damn job for her. You can't break up
What a
family
weird thing
for
to
one
say.
tiny mistake.
All right. I'm leaning for the middle option.
Breaking up your family? I don't think you need my help there, buddy.
Okay, how about this? You give me those pictures and tell her a white lie, and I pay you 10 times what she's offering. You save my family, and you make a pretty penny. What do you say? Deal?
For as long as I could remember,
I'm Blacksad.
I had collected nothing more than bad gigs, debt, and sorrow. My self-respect and bank account were racing to see who'd hit rock bottom first.
I mean, he just killed someone to not take a
You're only
deal,
making
so...
things worse. You better leave before I lose it.
Look, partner, I've been asking about you. You're a good detective, but I know you've seen better days. You've had nothing but crappy cases lately, like this one. I'm offering you a way out. Money can go a long way, you know. You could try running some ads. Maybe you'll find better clients and well-paid gigs. You know, start all over? Come on, think about it. You can save my family and save yourself.
I warned you. Okay, now I'm officially about to lose my cool. 3,
You son of a...
2,
Wait, man, don't shoot.
1.
You are gonna regret messing with Eugene Colbert. I swear to God you will.
Interesting.
My uninvited guest had left me several gifts. First of all, a massive headache. That guy's skin was hard as a rock. Second of all, an empty wallet. Business as usual.
Oh, we got to keep the gun. That's exciting.
Third, the feeling that my moral compass was far too calibrated for my own good.
It feels like a Chekhov's moment.
Last
Like,
but not least, the certainty
stores
that
it.
more gifts were yet to come.
He's a nice guy. You'll, You see what I said about my pal Blacksad? Doesn't even know you, and he's already offering you a seat.
Pretty sure these two hate each other.
Yeah.
Jake's right, of course. That's me to a T. Please, have a seat.
Shut up and listen, buddy, all right? I brought you a client.
She looks so weird.
Yeah.
Something strange about her face.
The gorilla's tripping me up too, but yeah, like the choice to make just extremely human women most of the time is a very strange part of Blacksad.
Yeah.
When everyone else is just full furry. Like when you see this guy in the comic, he is just a gorilla.
Yeah, he's like a
not even
straight up ape.
anthropomorphized.
Yeah. All right, I'm hitting pause really quickly because I want to check.
Subtitles.
Yeah, I wanted to see subtitles because I didn't see them in the menu when I looked. Here we go. They're in the language settings. Okay.
I was gonna say,
so
you
sorry
want
about
subtitles
that.
on when a Let's Play where two people are potentially trying to talk.
Yeah, exactly. There we go. So that's fine. I mean, it is what it is.
What stood out to me is just that like the action was like it's an adaptation of a comic that's very good at selling action with these incredibly energetic frames, and then they had that. Like him charging and falling onto the desk and it just being a flat angle that fully shows, it effectively shows at a wide angle what's happening, but doesn't like sell the energy, and there's no like impact sounds to really like drive up the energy or music. Like it feels like two people just kind of doing stunts in an empty room with no sound effects. It just kind of felt weirdly flat for the confrontation.
So people in chat are saying they're stuttering, but no, that's just the game, I think. Oh. Did the game just crash? What's going on? All right, we're good.
We're back. Nothing happened. Did it save subtitles getting turned on?
I think it did. The game's definitely got like a nice moody atmosphere.
Stop touching everything. This guy would make me so anxious.
I mean, we're basically watching the conversation in real time.
That's why we need to find him soon, or we will have a very serious problem.
He just moves like
Thanks
that.
for the information and the picture. They'll really come in handy. Let me see if I have this straight.
Those are wild eyes.
They look very surprised. Navigate through the different hotspots. Press A to select the hotspot you want to interact with. Well, I mean, it seems like this is the only one I can interact with. Oh, okay, I see. I was in a tutorial. We know the Lynx is the victim, so...
Your father, Joe Dunn, boxing manager and gym owner, hanged himself 2 days ago.
Yes.
That's all she had to say? Okay.
Correct.
Bobby Yale, a boxer at Dunn's gym, has a crucial fight against the reigning champion in 2 weeks. But he disappeared 2 days ago, right about the same time your father died.
Yes.
In short, if Bobby Yale is a no-show for his fight, you'll have to pay a fine. But since you don't have the cash on hand, your father's gym would have to close.
Yes.
So you want me to find Bobby Yale?
Yes. No. Jake wants you to find Bobby.
What does that detail mean
I
for
see.
me?
Yeah.
Well, first of all...
Does she publicly not want to be part of the case?
I'm really sorry, Miss Dunn. Please accept my condolences.
Thank you.
Damn it, John. Will you take the case or not?
I will. But we're talking about Madison Square Garden. The stakes are high, which can only mean things will get ugly behind the scenes.
I mean, that's a good point.
Not to mention pricey.
Yes, Mr. Blacksad. If you find Yale and he fights, I'll be able to pay you whatever you ask for.
I wonder if she's like rigging the game somehow, and that's why she'll be able to pay us. That seems like a Blacksad kind of twist.
There's always going to be someone behind it. Or there like several people all being pitted against each other, don't know what's happening.
Yeah. These comics are never really straightforward.
Hopefully this is one of the stories where it all comes together at the end and has a big climax, and not the one where the climax happens and then they explain for 20 minutes what happened after it's over.
Yeah. I love the way lizard people look in this universe. They're so cool.
Oh yeah, the one that shows up in the was it his house or their? Fuck, I don't remember whose house it was.
It's his apartment, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Blacksad takes place in like a 1950s, 60s kind of New York time period analog.
I know you are.
An unusual amount of daylight for a noir narrative.
But I'll search it myself at some point. That cleaning lady, Miriam Purnell, the one who found Joe Dunn's body, she works part-time at Sam's Diner, just down the road on the left, right?
That's right.
I think I might pay her a visit as well. And the gym, of course, and see what I can find. Okay, I think I've got enough to start with for now.
He sounds so like unsure of himself. Mm-hmm. He has a really there's an actor I'm thinking of that I can't remember the name of. He plays Bill's brother in Kill Bill. What is his name?
Oh, yeah.
Back when Jake was coming up the ranks.
God, I would know this if it were like any other day.
Yeah, he's the same actor that's in Dishonored.
Yeah, yes, exactly. He has that same
like
vocal
like
quality.
To measure his daughter and Bobby Yale each year. Sonia's measurements stop at 18, and there's a gap in Bobby's between ages 15 and 17.
Interesting. So I wonder if this game is going to Sherlock us, or if we like just need to get all the clues before we can move forward.
What after the Sherlock games? So my first reflex was like, what, like Benedict Cumberbatch? What are you talking about?
Oh no.
I'm worried.
No, the Sherlock games, you can like, if you don't find the clues, then you'll just like be stuck, or you can like solve things incorrectly.
I better leave these two alone.
I
like how they were posing for
Noir,
us.
you could kind of just choose what you thought the answer was, and they would never correct you, and you would just move on.
Is that done? Wow.
Michael Madsen, someone says in chat.
Michael
Yes,
Madsen.
that is his name. Thank you for picking that up. I could not remember. I knew it was two M's, but in my head it was not Michael.
Yeah, he's the ear chopper.
Yeah. All right, let's look around up here. What's going on?
I'm taking it back because I have seen so much shipping art of that Lynx, and I thought it was someone's OC.
Helen Moore's Secret. Champions energy.
So this is the one Blacksad thing I had not seen yet, so I just assumed like, oh, it's just a character I've never seen before. It's just a self-insert.
Okay, Boo Berry. He looks like a baseball goat. That's cool.
Like the cereal?
Yeah, it's your favorite. The cereal mascot.
I can't wait to hear about the famous boxer Count Chocula. Oh my god. He's down for the count.
Yeah, he unfortunately tore his ACL and had to get out of boxing, and that's how he found his way to cereal. Ooh, Carlos Luis Martin. Oh, it's like he's a rooster, so it's cockfighting. Nice.
Was this game kickstarted?
I don't know.
Characters? Are those characters? They look like models, so maybe they are characters. But my first reflex was just like, Easter egg references to Kickstarter backers for a game. What's your persona? We'll make a baseball card for him.
Look at him. He's beefy. Hello, sir.
His mouth is tripping me out because he just doesn't have a chin, so it just goes all the way out to a mouth that's like 6 inches ahead of his face.
Yeah. One thing I'll say about this game's art style is that the women look more anthro in the game than they do in the comic. Like, I mean, if you look at her face at least.
Yeah, the extent to which the comic book characters are just, it's a woman with ears.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're often specifically like, they have like white woman like fur. So it doesn't even look like they have fur, they just look like a white lady with ears. There's still like an uncanny like Cats movie thing going on. A little bit. Al Stone. And then every man is just an animal man. You're like, why does this series have to be like this specifically? There's so much going on that's great with the art in Blacksad, and then they draw the women like that, and you're like, why? Why'd you do this to me? All right, let's go back downstairs. Is there a... Nope, that's the journal button. There doesn't seem to be a sprint, so I can't walk more quickly than this.
Bar on those panels.
That's some busted glass.
Yeah. All right, interesting.
They probably had to come up here to hang him.
Yeah, they probably did.
It's like an incredibly high effort, inconvenient way to hang somebody. It's a building not designed for that, and the roof is so high.
He like teleported down those stairs.
Was he a boxer or a saxophone player?
Joe Dunn was not a. I don't think he was a boxer. He owned the gym. He was like a coach. The harder you train, the luckier you get. So we got half of a trading card there. Bobby Yale should make it tough. I think its value's
gone at that point. I don't think anyone's gonna want it.
No, we can tape it together. That restores its value.
Yeah, like the Triforce.
Yeah, it'll be at least an 8 on the PSA. Don Lynch versus Billy Parrish, Emil Johnson, Frank Rios. Okay, so these are just big fights that happened.
Sonny Dempsey. Was that an anteater? Did I see that right? That was a crocodile.
Yeah. That's cool. All right, let's keep moving.
Any super long, pointy face seems like it might be an issue for getting punched, but an anteater would definitely be worse.
Fabio something. All right, we got another half of a card.
Who took their scissors to these cards?
Oh, we can call people.
Yeah, you can call Robin, or you can call
Weekly
Chief. Wow, I forgot already.
Smirnoff.
I was trying to make Batman jokes. I literally forgot what he's called.
Gordon. Commissioner Gordon. Yeah.
Yes.
Weekly speaking, the legend of what's news.
Hey, Weekly. This is...
John, did you get my pictures?
Yes, and...
That rhinoceros has one big horn, huh? You want me to find out her name? Please. Pretty please.
No, Weekly. Look. The rhinoceros came by and offered me money to keep quiet.
Wow.
For his horn?
Are we talking petty cash or big bucks?
The latter.
That's my boy. Good job, Blacksad.
Your boy Blacksad didn't take the money.
What?
Listen, Weekly.
Yeah, I know. It wasn't the right thing to do. Yada, yada, yada. Okay, let's just change the subject. Hey, I heard something weird's going on at this gym. What was the name? Dunn's gym. Didn't you have
that was the game had to load the line in for a second.
I heard a woman's running now. A boxing gym. Now, that's what I call news.
Actually, I'm working on a case for the gym owner. But you're putting me on the spot here. Let me settle into things before you do anything, will you?
All right, but make it quick. See ya.
Spell him through the phone.
So, what would the benefit of calling the rhinoceros' wife be? Just to tell on him?
Just poke the bear.
Call Smirnoff.
Smirnoff.
Joe Dunn, the boxing coach. You hear anything about his death?
Blacksad, is that you?
You got me. How's everything, Chief?
Oh, I'm fine, thanks for asking. Too much work as usual. As for Joe Dunn, he hanged himself. End of story. I'm too busy, John. I can't afford to put a single man on the case. Why are you asking?
You know I'm bound by client detective confidentiality privileges.
And you know I'm bound by law enforcement confidentiality. If you find anything relevant or start feeling a bit more talkative, give me a call. Always a pleasure, John.
I thought that line was going to be like a sarcastic joke, but you just played it straight.
It's just sincere.
Let's go back and give him another call.
The idea that he hung himself is so unreasonable in a location like this.
Yeah, genuinely insane. There would be so much bruising around his neck too, because as you said, he would have to like fall down.
Again. Thing is, Joe Dunn's daughter hired me.
All right, thanks, John. But I still don't get it. Any signs of foul play?
His pupil, Bobby Yale. No one's seen him since Dunn hanged himself.
Well, his coach killed himself a few weeks before his big fight. Must be drowning his bad luck in booze in some gutter somewhere.
So, are you gonna help me?
Why should I, Mr. Client Detective Privileges? Anyway, I'm afraid I don't have anything useful to share. And it seems like you don't either. But if you do find something, give me a call.
All right, so this seems like it's gonna be a
We've been friends for a long time.
A mechanic.
You think this is what two friends talk about on the phone? Good to hear from you, John. Take care.
Wow.
Wait, he's holding the phone not up to his ear.
No, he's holding it up like a human would. Like he's not holding it to anywhere near where his ear is. So I think the reason to call the rhino's wife is because didn't she hire us to investigate him? So and we haven't told her yet.
We haven't told them yet. I'm gonna turn up the voice volume again because even though Blacksad is really loud, no one else is. So we'll just pump this up another 10%.
Well, that might be a phone effect thing.
Yeah. But
I always just make the voices way louder.
All right. Let's go ahead. Let's call the wife.
Blacksad for moi.
Hello?
Blacksad here.
Please don't tell me my husband...
Yes, Mrs. Colbert. I'm afraid you were right to hire me.
Oh, that filthy good for nothing! I'm gonna rip his horn out!
That sounds difficult.
All right. We were true to our word. We did what we said we were gonna.
Yeah. Dude threatened us with a gun.
When you're good at making excuses, it's difficult to excel at anything else.
Damn.
Right. That's some Street Fighter advice. It's not because your character's low tier. It's because you haven't gone into practice mode.
Yeah.
You're losing because you're bad. Get good.
Is that impact font?
Success is dependent on effort. I think so. I think that's impact.
Like memes. Did they have impact fonts in the 50s?
Ooh. There we go.
At least they took the body down on like in Disco.
What leads a man to do something like this?
I shot the body down in Disco, so I mean, hey.
Damn, someone's rad.
Fair share of blows, but
I think it took me like a week to get the body down. No, Blacksad, don't.
No, it doesn't need to be the end.
I'm sorry for complaining. It's been like 18 years since the last comic. I'm sorry.
How would he even reach? Again, he's...
I don't know why. Something just doesn't add up.
The noose would be so high up.
He literally could not hang himself.
Yeah.
Unless he jumped from up there.
All right, there's something fishy about...
But someone could string him up and then just pull.
Yeah. I'm wondering if I had to investigate that first before going upstairs to check out the window. Let's try this. I feel like the first chapter of these adventure games is always really... Like, you don't know how to think about the puzzles yet, so you just end up walking around, wandering
you're still
around.
Trying to figure out what the loop is, like what your goals are, what being done looks like.
Bar on those panels.
Oh, okay. So what he's saying is that the iron bar on that panel is missing, like all of the others. See how there's like a bisecting bar? This one doesn't have one. And I was thinking maybe it broke when he hung himself. But he's actually hanging from the girder down there.
Yeah, it's also like the glass looks cracked, but is still there, and the top of the bar is there.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so there doesn't seem to be anything here. I'm kind of confused because like he just said something's fishy about how he hung himself or like how he killed himself, but like there's no clue. Like that's just a hunch he has. He thinks it's fishy, but we haven't discovered anything yet. So it's like a weird little thing to have pop up when we like.
Blacksad, why can't you just be media savvy?
Yeah,
that would make this so much easier.
Kind of interesting. All right, let's try the phone call one more time. If that was all I had to do, I doubt we need to. But there's
or just leave.
Yeah, let's just go. Actually, it's fine. Wait, is there a door back here we can go through? Let's do that. Yeah, there's this area. Okay. If you want to box train,
a lot of adventure games, huh?
If you want to win, train harder.
What have you've played like 3 of the Sherlock Holmes games now or something?
I played two of the Sherlock Holmes games on the channel, and
wow.
I played
Those are getting segmented.
Yeah, we're getting quarter cards now. I played 2 Sherlock Holmes games on the channel, and then The harder you bang, the muckier you get.
Wow.
Hell yeah. Weekly wrote that.
I literally was about to joke about the other one being like, the harder you fuck, the luckier you get. And then somebody else made that joke else. What the?
Farting is the key to succeeds.
What? What? Somebody's had too many concussions.
No dung, no glory.
What the fuck?
It was the 50s. They hadn't invented Twitter yet, so they had to carve weird shit into bathroom stalls.
Yeah, and try to figure out how to get people to laugh at any of it.
But yeah, I've played a bunch of adventure games on the channel. I've played Norco,
I thought it said
Sam
fuck
and Max.
Me. Oh no. He can't spell it?
No. The racists are dumb, man. They can't spell anything.
Also, does that... I didn't know the word existed in the Blacksad universe.
I didn't either.
Locked. But a true detective never leaves home without his... Huh? Sometimes even the most experienced detective has to go home to get his lockpicks.
Not yet.
Go home to your office? Oh no.
We have to go investigate stuff. I am sure the second... Okay, we can't go into the showers.
That very much was like the trying to draw a swastika and not being able to energy.
Yes.
It just turns into like a confused like antenna.
So actually, that gets to something about this setting that like maybe people don't know, but because it takes place when it does, like racial allegory and that was weird. Automatically walked back through the door. The game, the story has a lot to say about like race, and it frequently comes up in the comics. And the story that takes place immediately before this one, wow, the hitbox on that door is huge.
Yep, as long as the A is still floating over there, you can't do anything else.
That's wild. Having trouble walking through a door. I was trying to investigate the wall over here. The story immediately preceding this one, like he beats up the KKK. It's kind of a cool aspect, and I think it's pretty obvious, but both Blacksad and Weekly are, you know, racially coded, which is kind of cool, because it's just like, you know, he's basically like a black detective in the 1950s.
The Arctic Nation just straight up has the KKK and the Black Panthers.
Good morning to you.
John Blacksad, Private Eye. Would you mind if I ask you a couple of questions?
Not at all. Proceed, Your Honor.
Were you here on Sunday afternoon?
Yes, indeed, kind prince. I came down to watch TV after having run the New York City Marathon in record time.
Is there anything I can do for you?
Well, there is indeed. Move. You're blocking my view of this wonderful sunset.
Union Railroad.
It just so happens that you can, apple of my eye, do this old man a favor and bring him some sustenance.
All right.
All right, so we got to get the old goat a sandwich.
Then maybe he saw something.
Ooh, the controls got
Arctic
weird
Nation
walking through there.
Oop. Arctic Nation has the KKK, and it has the Black Panthers, and it codes Blacksad as being mixed race.
Yep. And Weekly as just straight up being a
Not white,
racial
at least.
minority. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's all vague-ish. It's interesting in that it sidesteps one element that's commonly criticized in furry racism media, which is that
the last person in New York without a TV. Who needs one anyway?
Like, it's always like, oh, they made the Predators the minority group or something like that in like various other media, and it's always like, well, this is iffy because it's like saying X-Men are analogous for a minority because it's like, well, they do have lasers, so maybe this is a bad analogy because they have this or that threat or whatever.
Yeah.
But in the Blacksad universe, it literally is just as arbitrary because it's not any specific animal type. It's literally black and white animals.
Yeah, it's like people with fur that has color and people who are just white furred animals.
Yeah. So there is no super messy thing of like, the mice are discriminated against or something.
Well, it also sidesteps the issue of like tackling racism without wanting to say racism. Like it very much is like, oh yeah, no, like this is. We're not making a parable or like a metaphor for why racism is bad. We're just going to say racism is bad. All right. Due to the sudden and unexpected death of Joseph R. Dunn, a private service for family and friends will be held at St. Fergus Church on Friday, October 14th at 6 p.m. All right.
Like Blacksad and Weekly literally met under a hate crime.
Yes, they did. And Blacksad was mad about being mistaken for being a reporter.
Yeah, but also Weekly smells terrible.
Yeah, Weekly's a stinky.
You're gone. You left the game.
What is happening?
Goodbye. I think they didn't block you from walking somewhere.
You can just walk forever, I guess.
And then you might.
This game's a little crusty. All right, we can't hate on it.
There's been a fair number of line reads already where I'm like, I would have gone for another try.
Mary Purnell.
Maybe some voice direction.
The person who found Dunn's body works a block away from the gym. I'm certain she can give me the kind of information that...
Hey! Watch where you're going, you jerk! You looking for trouble, moron?
Hey, I'm walking here.
Sorry. Really, I'm sorry.
You better be, you wuss!
Jeez.
Unnecessary.
In the comics, he has his moments of being a lot more aggressive, so I'll probably lead into that sometime soon. He kind of just doesn't mess around at all.
He also gets his ass beat every comic.
Oh, constantly gets beat up.
And there you go. We'll miss you at Sam's Diner. Come back soon.
I bet that person's going to be important. We saw their paw.
Yellow hand.
Welcome to Sam's Diner. What can I get for you?
Blacksad, Private Eye. I work for Sonia Dunn. I need to ask you some questions about Joe Dunn.
Sure. But I'm working right now. Maybe later?
This modded Fallout 4 is wild.
I only see one customer sitting at the counter, and he's asking for your cooperation.
All right.
Let's talk a bit more about Joe Dunn.
Because you're a cat man.
No, I'm gonna take it to the goat probably.
Old ass internet joke. I know, but
yeah.
Cheeseburger.
A good one. Always paid on time, never raised his voice. If I asked for the day off, he even cleaned the gym.
Her voice sounds really familiar. I wonder what it is.
How was Joe Dunn outside the gym?
I wouldn't know. I only saw him at the gym or right there. That was his spot.
All right.
I think everyone liked him.
All right.
What can you tell me about Sonia Dunn?
I barely know her, but she looks like a smart girl, poor thing.
I hate the sound of like the notes popping up because it sounds like someone popping their lips. It's really funny.
Any ideas where Bobby Yale could be?
How am I supposed to know? He's rarely there when I clean the gym. Bobby seems like a nice kid, but I barely know him.
I like how she says, I barely know him, and the note says she knows him.
Let's talk a bit more about Joe Dunn. Can you tell me how you found Dunn's body?
Well, I thought I was alone. I clean early in the morning before Mr. Dunn comes in.
Oh, so you have keys to the gym?
Yes, of course. There was paint on the floor, so I thought it'd be a busy morning. And then I saw him, hanging there, like a baby mobile over a crib. Then I think I panicked. When I calmed down, I called the police and waited outside. Sorry, that's all I can say.
Don't worry. But if you remember anything else, let me know. Thanks, but I still don't get why he'd commit suicide.
All right, we don't know enough about him to make a call yet.
What do you think about Jake Ostiombi?
Who? Who's that?
A big gorilla. Boxer, too. A friend of Joe Dunn's.
Oh, yeah. I barely know him. I don't like how he looks at me.
So yeah, I don't know. It's like we don't know enough about him to say anything about what we think about the case. Like, if we go back into the Joe Dunn menu here, you see
talk a bit more about Joe Dunn.
It says, like, he had problems with his daughter, he had money issues, he was a widower. The only yes, I know these are all facts, but like, we don't really know how any of these would actually relate to the case, other than that he had money issues.
Just sometimes just prompting for discussion, I guess. But the what threw me is that in that grainy ass cutscene, I thought that the person that approached us was the person in that cutscene.
Oh yeah.
Can I have a hamburger, please?
Oh sure, regular or cheese.
Oh no.
Can I have cheeseburger?
But what if we pick cheese? What if the goat doesn't like cheese?
What if he's lactose intolerant?
Yeah, oh no.
What if it literally kills him?
I'm gonna go with a regular, because it seems like...
What if he's like, wow, you splurged for the cheese?
Oh no.
I'll tell you more now.
Clementine will remember this.
Now. Yeah.
Regular. That'll do.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really weird line read. Really weird animation.
No, that's it.
Okay. Is that for here or to go then?
To go, please.
The old man doesn't get no fries.
One burger to go, Sam.
Okay.
What is this?
What? It's your chance to catch something important. That radio's freaking out a bit. Is that important? It's like those horrible missions in Final Fantasy 14.
Okay, so this is telling me Blacksad can hear something from here. There's
his
one
ears
clue.
Switching around.
Interesting.
He's in his mind palace. Blacksad has been shot, and he has 3 seconds to find out how to survive as he falls.
One hamburger to go.
Is nice and neat.
Okay, interesting.
It's weird
so we're like profiling her.
It's weird that the subtitle lies about what it says.
They look puffy and tired. Sleepless nights.
Wow.
Hectic days. Or has she been crying? Perhaps
do they look puffy and tired?
I don't know. Ma'am, you should smile more.
Oh no.
Like, what a fucking lie. Like, oh, this woman looks tired.
Smells like cinnamon. No, cinnamon and burgers.
That's a mix. I mean, I can guess why she smells like burgers.
No, it's a huge mystery. We have no idea where she works. What are you talking about?
Your burger is ready.
Did he actually win? Did he get, what was it, like 251 or whatever? Isn't that what you need? Wow, it just brought us back here.
That was a trippy transition.
I'll let you enjoy your meal.
4 people used the back door that very same night.
What?
Well, I might be blind as a bat, but as you can certainly see, I have 2 wonderfully functional ears.
Maybe slow down a little bit. You ate half the burger.
Very kind of you. Shame it didn't have any cheese.
You!
Rats.
4 people used the back door 2 days ago?
Yeah, that's right.
Who was the first person to use the back door?
Someone big. Unlocked the door, stepped inside, then came right back out.
God, I hate that sound. That sound effect. It's so grating.
Just over and over and over.
Who was the second person to use the back door?
A man. Just a few minutes after the first person. He came back out muttering, "Ungrateful bastard." Then he threw something in the trash and walked back in. Oh, no, wait. Before that, he gave me a coin. A coin? I mean, do I look like I need spare change, huh? I mean, I'm staying at the million-star hotel, for God's sake.
All right.
Who was the third person to use the back door?
Judging by the quiet footsteps, I'd say it was someone small. I'd say it was about 30 minutes after the second person came out. Whoever it was threw something in the trash and stood in front of me for a moment. Then I heard a click. And finally, I heard trailing laughter in that direction.
Who was the fourth person to use the back door?
Someone big. I recall heavy breathing. The person left in a hurry, running in that direction.
Alrighty. Well, we have some clues.
I always criticize video game, like, conversation trees a bit just in general, but like this is such an example of the type of ones that bother me a bit, where I'm like, why not just say the 4 things in order? Why not just do it?
Completely.
Like, it's so clunky to individually prompt the 4 of them, even though why would you ask for them in any order other than the numerical order? And like, why does Blacksad have to individually ask in universe each person, like, with a full voiced sentence? And how about the third person specifically now?
Yeah.
What if I changed it up to fuck with your memory? What if I asked for the third one, and then the first one, and then the fourth one, and then the second one? Like, what is the purpose of it being a dialogue tree in that moment?
It's there just to make us feel like we're playing a video game. Like, that's truly, it's 100% for the audience, and that's it.
This is true for, like, this game, Fallout New Vegas, just any number of video games where there's just, like, very strange, like, chunkier, clunkier moments of how the dialogue trees work, where I'm like, why did you do it that way?
Yeah.
Another contender for me is whenever somebody tells a story or something, and every 3 lines asks if you still want to keep hearing. Like,
I hate that.
Please
like,
just keep going.
me.
Oh my god.
All right. He did take the chest expander, which is what was thrown in the trash. So let's ask him about that.
There's a chest expander in your cart.
A what expander?
A thingamajig with 3 springs.
Oh. The thingamajig with springs. Oh, I got it from the trash back there.
He's using it to hold his luggage shut.
Yeah.
That's when you like grab the 2 handles and try to pull them apart, right?
Yeah.
That's all for now. Thanks.
What? I didn't want to go away. I just wanted to.
You fool!
I wanted to thank him.
You're gonna confuse this poor
Do
old man.
you remember anything else about the day you found the thingamajig with the springs and the paint can?
Yeah. No. Wait, yeah. Well, no. Now that I think of it, no. Hey, pal. How about thanking a good-looking goat with a cigarette?
Man, am I not going to be able to do my, like, Blacksad sense on him?
He's so open.
I don't think that's a good idea. You've got one nasty cough.
Oh, come on. Cigarettes have lots of very healthy properties.
The 1950s.
Oh, come on. It's just a smoke, lady.
Okay, you're right.
I enjoy his voice acting, but his coughing does not work very well.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, you think you're not responsible for my pathetic state? Think you're not to blame?
Whoa.
He got us.
The government shipped me off to war.
They shipped me off, too.
Oh, right. Oh. So then you know what it's like to kill, too. Well, then another sad hobo shouldn't be a problem for you, Professor.
Yeah, I killed people.
And yet, you don't want to help me die. Wait, but that's not what I wanted to say. Oh, well, you know we goats tend to jump from one thing to another.
Like rabbits.
That's kind of
The
fun.
government paid for everything. Army fatigues, rations, weapons, lodging, hookers, drugs. Do you know where that money comes from? Taxes! Your taxes, my dear friend.
All right, great. We got to listen to this guy talk about taxes
cut
now.
My legs. They declare war every chance they get, so that the weapon industry that finances their campaigns gets richer and richer and richer. And that's how we finance their wars. So the slightest connection with corruption turns us into accomplices. Unless one manages to keep at arm's length.
He's wearing a union leader hat, but...
That is what I did, my loyal disciple. At the Million-Star Hotel. So, do you like your master, the great?
Hey, what's your name? You never told me...
Great. He fell asleep.
Well, we didn't get much from him. After a point.
Okay, so now I'm not able to do my Blacksad sense on him because we thanked him for his time. That's
You
irritating. I wasn't expecting that to, like, prevent me from interacting with him.
You can enter a pan view.
Yeah.
On Pride Month.
Alright, let's see if walking out and then back in does anything. I'm going to be really sad if ordering the hamburger...
It's over. You'll never be able to figure out exactly what he smells like.
That's fair. But I don't want to miss
Cat
any...
senses only work in brief spurts.
Yeah, you have to have a meter. The meter has to be full for a cat to use its senses. It's like a super move.
Yeah, exactly. You have to do 3/4 circles in a punch. Nope, that character's out of the story now.
Yep, I guess we can't do that. So well, the thing that I'm worried about now is that by ordering, I was thinking we could order the burger and then, you know, when we leave, we take it with us. Because I still had questions to ask what's her name.
Yeah, you keep stumbling into the prompts that make you leave the scene.
So it's like
one of those kinds of games.
That's
hooray.
Really stressful.
Get ready for that.
So we'll have to be much more careful. Is there anything I can do here with this?
Oh, you forgot to activate your brain until now. Classic mistake.
Yeah, my brain wasn't turned on. None of these. See, like, the thing is that we get clues from doing that. So it's like, did I just hard miss out on some clues? That would suck.
I don't know.
Let's walk back
Cure
to
for
the
drunks?
diner.
Is that what it said? We fixed them.
Sure. Yeah, it says a cure for drunks.
What in the world?
Boy, we move so slowly.
There's a weird blur. Wait, is that in the stream or the real game?
No, that's the game. That's
There's
just
like a weird
game.
blur near the middle right of the screen.
Can't talk to that man.
You can go to Sam's Diner if you fill up this Connect gesture menu. Remember that?
Yeah.
Hold your hand over this for 10 seconds straight. This is the way of the future. Everyone wants computers that you have to stand up to use and work and hold every gesture as slow as possible.
I do like these like random background NPCs.
So that's the same dog twice.
Yep.
Here's a good example of what throws me off about this entire setting in the comics too, is just the fact that like it's not just the women having less like animal shapes. It's the fact that pretty much across the board, only the women have hair.
Yes.
So
yeah,
every
women
woman's looks like an animal
hair.
wearing a wig, and every single man is just a bald, regular furred animal. The closest examples I can think of that are like there's lions with manes, and there's the hyena with his slicked hair.
All right.
But basically, men never have hairstyles of any kind.
Yeah, they look more like they're animals. And one of the things that I noticed in the comics too is that it's like, for lack of a better word, the only way to describe it, especially in terms of like the art style, is like beautiful women look like humans, but like
oh yeah, old ladies
like
all look
grandmas
like animals
and stuff will just look like animals. Yeah, it's very weird. All right, let's go back to asking her questions.
Their muzzles just grow out when they hit 40.
Yeah, they morph into animals. Alrighty, let's finish asking her some questions, shall we?
Do you think she dyes her hair?
Let's talk a bit more about Joe Dunn.
Yes, I think she does. Clearly. The rest of the hair on her body is white.
Yeah, and like she has like ears sticking out with ear tufts, like her ears are full of hair, and that hair is a different color than the hair on her head.
Yeah. Alright, let's ask about his daughter first.
I heard his relationship with his daughter wasn't ideal.
Oh, really? Poor man. I don't have kids, but that has to be really hard.
Really, that's all she's gonna give us?
Yeah.
Alright.
Sucks to suck, I guess.
Yeah. Oh well, that's tough.
His wife died years ago. Maybe he never got over it.
Yeah, I don't know. Or maybe he did. That was a long time ago.
She's literally saying nothing. She's literally giving us nothing. All right,
it's like oddly cruel.
Maybe he simply had money issues.
Yeah, I don't know. Could be. The gym didn't really get that dirty lately.
Okay.
Can I ask you about your job?
Only source of income.
Which one?
All right. How long have you worked at the gym?
How long have you worked at the gym?
It's been, 4 or 5 years? Although, I don't think I'll be able to set foot in there again.
This must be really hard for you. I'm sorry. Tell me about your work here in the diner.
Oh, it's wonderful. I love it. My boss.
Oh, glad to hear that.
She just doesn't want to say that she hates it because her boss is cooking.
Other than the diner and the gym, you don't work anywhere else, right?
I wouldn't have the time, although I'm not sure I want to continue working at the gym.
I just appreciate the moment of realization. Oh, glad to hear it. We're lying today. We're lying to each other.
Yeah. That is funny. Yeah, it's just like, we're not going to talk about anything here because we're both acknowledging that we just can't have a conversation. Let's see. What do you think? Should we tell her to stay away from the gym or that she shouldn't quit?
I got really fixated on how odd that baseball poster looks.
Yeah, the baseball poster is sticking out.
Trying to figure out his shoulders and what's going on.
I mean, we don't want her to run.
Yeah, but what if she's in danger?
I don't think she is.
The first death is never the last death in these.
It's true, but I don't know if she's in danger. Because she found the body, but like she had nothing to do with it. She was the last person on the scene.
Yeah,
Let's
it
go
depends
ahead
on whether or
and-
not that's enough for them.
Yeah. I'm going to tell her not to quit.
If I were you, I wouldn't quit. Trust me, it might be painful at first, but time heals all wounds.
That's like
Joe
a nice...
used to say the same thing. Maybe. I don't know.
They died.
Thanks.
And we got a good clue. She calls Joe Joey.
Have you remembered anything else about the moment you found Dunn's body?
I'm afraid not. It's too painful.
I know.
What was that cut?
Find Bobby Yale. Anything, any minor detail, could really make a difference.
I'll try.
All right, I guess...
Sorry. I think that's it for now. See you around.
We'll miss you at Sam's Diner. Bye-bye.
All right, I guess that's all we can get from that. What's going on back here? Is it just a parking lot that we can't get access to? Wait, there are people in the diner now, but there's no people when we go in there?
I don't know if the camera shows that angle, does it?
I mean, we can see some of the tables.
Okay, I can't remember. I just remember him saying that there's no one else at the counter, but that doesn't... There's no one at the counter there either. Look at that two-dimensional bookstore.
Yeah, this really low-res bookstore.
You have walked too far.
There's nothing this way. Okay. Oh, get out of my way, bear.
he thought you wanted to meet him.
Yeah, he was like, hey, how you doing?
He was happy to see you.
All right, so we missed out on using sense on the goat. Whoa, I was trying to...
Mr. Blacksad.
You weren't even close to the door.
No.
That's quite an interaction prompt.
I'll let you
It's
get back
incredible.
See ya.
We'll miss you at Sam's Diner. Bye-bye.
Oh, wow. Like, yeah, that just stays on screen, and if I press it at all while it's on screen, I will teleport right back there.
It almost
that
feels like
nuts.
one of those like wild artistic choices you'd make. Like, everywhere I go, I just end up back at the diner. What does it mean? What does it mean?
All right, I'm trying to figure out if there is another path we can take to get back to Blacksad's house, or if I have to literally investigate the lockers again to get the prompt to come back up to go back to his place. Because I don't have like a fast travel menu on like my buttons or anything. Yeah, I think I have to. I think I have to go back.
I wonder if it's a genuine time progressing storytelling mechanic, or if it'll just be like...
I have a car.
Well.
I have a car. Okay. So yeah, dang. That's gonna be real weird. Let's see if we can interact with the goat, and if we can't, we'll just go in through the back. It's fine. Save ourselves some time. Oh, I mean, like, honestly, I'm liking the vibes so far. It is a excruciatingly slow adventure game. That is for sure. But now that I kind of know what to expect, I get it. I don't really know what we would have found sensing from the goat anyway. My guess is that he's actually like a tutorial for that, maybe. So can I not use the phone anymore? I can't. That's wild. I thought I was gonna be able to give what's his name a call with more clues. All right, let's wander back over to the locker room. Where is it? Is it over here? No, that's the exit. Over here.
Really starting to get a feel for why 2D adventure games started to add the thing where you just double click the border to skip to the next screen.
Yes. All right, and we have wow, I got stuck in that screen for a second. There's this clue.
On the surface, it seems dry, but there's no dust, and it's damp underneath. It could have fallen the day Dunn died.
Well, yeah. We also know that a paint can was thrown
calm
away.
and ready to drop bombs.
Who do the footprints belong to? We should have investigated that earlier.
Yeah, that's
Ooh,
a big find to get this laid in. Somebody fucked up and heavily telegraphed clues. This is what people think police investigations are actually like. But
yeah,
you just gotta solve it via the weird comical clues that all of the bumbling murderers just put everywhere. Oh, I spilled paint, and it's now I gotta go around town seeing whose boots this matches. Like we're looking for Dorothy.
All right. I mean, maybe we can now interact. Let's go check to see if we can interact with the trash can now that we actually interacted with the paint first. We're looking here. I mean, we know it was the second person who left who threw the paint can, so. Maybe we can interact more with the footsteps outside. I'm not seeing, yeah, I don't see any more of them. I thought he was dead for a second. I was like, oh no.
Every time I cut to him and he wasn't talking, I thought he might have died, and I was worried.
he just
no.
shuffled off the mortal coil.
This poor old man doesn't deserve this.
All right, let's look at our notebook.
This just happens so much in narratives where it's just like, oh, you've outlived your usefulness for 5 seconds, like in the narrative. I guess it's time for you to die. Little Weekly.
He's right here. We got pictures of him
Look
now.
Look at him.
That's so nice. What a delightful little man.
It's the stinky boy.
He is. He's a smelly guy who changes his underwear once a week.
That's why he's called that name. Don't like it. Change your underwear, you fucking gremlin.
But I'm sure there are people on Twitter that like that a lot.
Yeah, they're like, I would like a weekly subscription to his underwear.
All right, let's go back to Blacksad's apartment.
It's $30 a month. Let's go.
Time to fast travel. Ka says, y'all giving me the hard sell on weekly.
Remember correctly, in the second issue, he's drinking a bourbon milkshake, which is
quite
a choice. Weekly makes a lot of choices.
I hope that wasn't a client. Although probability would suggest a cold call. Or, even worse, the War Veterans Therapy Group.
Oh man, therapy would do John Blacksad so much good.
I was pretty sure I left the lockpicks on the table.
Did Weekly steal them?
I mean, the table got its ass beat.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can solve this, Detective John Blacksad. Where could they have fallen?
Oh no, it's the tutorial mission we probably should have done at the start of the game. Where are my lockpicks?
It stood out to me that they just straight
Sometimes
up quoted the
I also use it to
beginning.
type out reports that nobody reads and invoices that nobody pays.
I don't know if they've been doing that much, but I know there's specifically the line of like he talks about the state of the room and how it's a metaphor for his life. I'm like, that's like the second line of the comic, basically.
Yeah, it's like literally on the second page as he reads that. He says that line
right after
out loud.
The opening line of Dead Woman.
Oh, he was handsome.
No.
As opposed to now where he's fugly. Am I right? Get wrecked.
It's completely different now.
Hanging pictures of yourself is a little weird.
I was happy once. Here's the proof. Oh, look on the shelf there. It says therapy.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
Look at that monkey. He's so happy.
Oh, Morley's. I think
these Morleys are the best. That's blurry now. Why is it blurry?
I don't know.
It's out of this world. Why does it go out of focus when you inspect it? All right.
Bad depth of field.
A visiting friend once told me that New York City smells like a giant bonfire. I'd say the smell is rubbed off on me.
Man,
I waited years for this game to get patched. It has not quite. It still hasn't really been enough.
No.
I'm
gonna be harsh and say
at launch, so I specifically waited to cover it. I was literally like I had an opening in my schedule planned specifically for this game when it was launching, and then I'm like,
yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that this game is maybe a little bit janky.
Walt Hathaway. Oh, he's wearing a shirt. I could not parse that at first. It's so like form-fitting on the top half, and the bottom half is so crunkled. Even more therapy.
The answer is that he pretends to drink because he has multiple full bottles of bourbon.
Who cares if I drink or not? The truth? I use tequila to clean my lockpicks. In fact, I just finished cleaning them when that rhino walked in. Maybe we knocked him down during the fight.
Over there? How? Is that what that camera's suggesting? That they somehow went all the way over there?
I think so. Man, this depth of field is pretty brutal.
No, this is busted.
Weekly did a fine job
Damn.
with these pictures.
This is apparently Weekly's specialty is photographing man ass.
Yeah, Weekly loves it.
I wonder if that
I set this up with my
have the nerve
Chekhov's
to use
comment. I don't know if that was in the episode or not.
All right, let's see. We have
he
our phone
also
call.
he also has a statue of a black cat.
He does. That brings up lots of questions.
That's somehow weirder than him having photos of himself in his room.
Very weird.
Why wouldn't there just be photos of the woman
only
from
thing that keeps you going is the very thing that won't let you move on?
Literally what you were just saying.
Yes, I was literally about to say, why aren't there photos of the
too
woman
soon
from
to say
that died
goodbye.
at the first
She wouldn't
comic?
hear me anyway.
You're still not ready to forget Natalia.
Yeah, I was like,
Poor
right? It's like,
Natalia.
I figured she's one of the people that'd be photos of, someone he cared about.
Literally, as we're picking one up.
Yeah, that's it's very funny. It's another photo of her, of him.
It's little Blacksad with like a professor.
Is that
maybe?
That's the owl?
Yeah.
That's the owl
Oh,
from
it is.
from
You're
the
right.
from the third comic, Red
Red Soul.
Solstice?
Red Soul.
Red
I
Soul.
think.
Red Solstice, I think, is a superhero comic. Yeah, I think that's the one about communism.
What did you do to earn the admiration of a millinery culture, distant cousin?
That's some good continuity. That's the one that neither of us read yet. Neither of us reread yet.
Yes, I read the first
on the first two last night.
Yeah, I read the first omnibus of Blacksad about 10 years ago when I was sitting in my artist commune friend's apartment in Boylston, getting drunk off my ass on absinthe for the first time. The day before I got my visa interview at the Japanese consulate to move to Japan.
I read the whole series like 4 years ago, and they're great.
Commissioner Smirnoff smoked that cigarette.
Who?
It's our first look at him.
He
glitching out a little bit.
He was pretty nervous.
I like the detail reveal there that John hasn't gotten rid of the cigarette because he's saving it for when he really needs an indirect kiss from Smirnoff. We can't throw it away. It's too good a
cigarette
chance.
touched Smirnoff's lips.
Ooh, woo.
I can still smell him. So I read the first 5 that have been, which were all we had for a long time. I read them like 4 years ago, and then I do have the first half of the new volume that's out now, but I haven't read it yet.
Yeah, the others aren't out. The other parts or whatever, they're coming out like later this year, I think.
Yeah, there's I think it's being released in two halves or something, very slowly. But it's like it's been so long since any Blacksad's been out. I'm like, yes, please. I want to say the other one's like was 10 years old already before this
Tasted
came out.
even better the day Smirnoff brought it, in exchange for a favor. A favor no cop should ever be paid for.
For killing someone, that's what he's saying, because he killed someone in the last case chronologically. He literally iced a dude. So that's one of the reasons.
Literally told him to kill him, basically.
Yeah. Smirnoff was like, "We'll cover up a murder if you take care of it, because it would just mean that justice exists."
This is the core difference between Blacksad and Batman.
Yes, I was just about to say Blacksad would kill the Joker.
Yes, in the first story, Blacksad just executes the Joker, basically.
It is great. Come on, kitty, kitty, kitty. Get the toy from under the door.
Yeah.
All right, am I going to need to... Here we go. Oh, a QuickTime event to move the couch. Just what we all needed. Wow, I got to move that quick.
Yeah, you gotta level up those fighting game muscles.
I'm not strong enough to move my own couch. How do we get it in here? What?
Do you need to find a lever?
Do I need to drink some whiskey?
Is it tap or hold?
It's tap.
Have you tried holding it?
I can. I'm 95% sure it's tap. All right, I'm holding it.
Nope.
Yeah, it's tap.
No gamer moment for me. Can you fix those fucking books? Oh my god. I hate the weird stacks of nightmare books that are also on the couch.
Oop.
Actually bothering me.
There we go. All right, let's see if I can brute force it.
With clicking. Ooh. What did you do?
I turned on the turbo function on my controller.
Oh. Hacker.
Most detectives feel safe with a gun in their pocket. Me, I prefer lockpicks. At least I know these little fellas won't backfire.
I think maybe the frame rate is making it harder to finish.
Is it too high?
I think so. I think my computer's too good.
Go, John. I thought you were on the case.
Hey, I'm just doing my job. Next stop, Bobby Yale's place.
All right. Just try to be a bit more communicative.
I tried to walk in.
Impression. And now Sonia has second thoughts about you.
What? I tried to walk into the room to have more of a conversation, and she literally, I got waved out of the room.
We're going somewhere else, but we wanted to go back to use the lockpicks we just got.
Yeah. Donna Blacksad. Call your ma.
Beep, 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 beep.
Or sister? I don't remember.
Hello?
Hi, Ray.
Hi. Who are you?
Take a guess. I already gave you a clue. I know your name, so...
I don't know.
That means I'm a detective.
No way. My Uncle John is a real detective, and he's way cooler than you.
Get dunked on.
You're Uncle John. Uncle John, I guessed it. I'm a detective,
sister.
too. Mom, it's Uncle John. I guessed it.
You got me, Ray. Congrats.
What did I win?
What do you want?
I want a gun. Bang, bang, bang.
It's the 50s.
All right. You've earned it. How about a toy gun?
Come on, Uncle John. That's not fair. It's not fair.
Oh my god.
Mom's coming. Bye, Uncle John.
Ray, is that the way you say goodbye to your uncle?
Oops. Love you, Uncle John.
Now go put on your jacket. We're late.
It's not fair.
Oh my god.
What a surprise. How are you?
Hey, Donna.
Bang, bang, bang.
It's interesting that the kid is like the most believable actor so far.
Don't you worry about me.
I do worry about you. Especially when you tell me not to.
Yeah, can't argue with that.
Hey, we're kind of in a hurry. Ray's got a dentist appointment. I'll call you soon, okay? I'm really sorry.
Sure. One last thing.
Ray, hurry up. We have to go.
Did you find a job yet?
I did. I'm a tour guide in Santa Fe. Okay, now I really have to go. Bye, John.
Bye, Uncle John. Bang, bang, bang.
No, no. You've ruined this child.
I have. This kid is gonna...
You've made this child her problem.
Yeah, the kid's gonna join the NRA now.
No. Kid will remember this.
All right, let's go back.
You changed the entire course of his life from here on
Looking
out.
back, I wish I'd never found my lockpicks. Maybe I wouldn't have gone back to the gym. All hell was about to break loose.
Oh no, not hell.
Narrative irony. What's gonna happen at the gym?
Ooh woo, stepbrother.
No. Help, stepbrother. I'm stuck in this noose.
Oh no, that's bad.
This is not a good camera angle in Blacksad.
No, it never is.
This is the opening
Bobby
camera
Yale's
angle of the
place
second
was on
issue.
the way, so I decided to drop by, lockpicks in hand. The gym could wait.
The game's just deciding for us where we're gonna go. Fuck your plans.
Yeah. It's kind of weird.
Just throwing your plans out the window.
Like, you think we'd find something useful in the locker that we could then piece together at his place, but I guess
Sonia
not.
and Jake had already searched the place, to no avail.
Oh, it's a mini game.
It's very strange to leave to get lockpicks for a specific reason, then not follow through with that afterwards at all, and not get the choice.
That's not how lockpicking works.
But a good detective would have better luck. I know it might not seem like it, but...
You have to lockpick your skull!
When someone hits you like that, you know you're onto something. It's only fair to show some gratitude.
Well,
you're weaker than my couch.
Well. Long time no see.
Oh, it's these two.
You actually did it. You ruined my life. But trust me, you'll pay for this now that my partner is asleep. Damn cat.
Well done, Colbert.
It's out of focus because he's out of focus in his life.
Time to get our asses
How about this? For every wrong answer, I'm gonna give it to you with this club. Deal?
He's just required to get his ass
Calm
beat.
down, will you? Revenge is a dish best served.
Wrong answer.
That was not very impactful sounding.
First.
No.
Well, second question.
I'm not really sure
what
he
the hell
did,
are you doing
honestly.
here?
Dude, use your senses.
I am not gonna lose this opportunity.
Yeah, you can't trust them to stick around. His eye.
It should start to swell any moment now.
Nice, get wrecked.
Ooh, a lapel pin.
A shamrock? Is he Irish?
Is that a prohibition stuff?
It
for your secret
can
bars.
be, but I think in this case,
one more time.
It's like
what
a
the hell are you
thing.
doing here?
Lackadaisy has me primed to look for them as like
Are
speakeasy
you
things.
of Irish descent?
I've got an Irish boss, just like my friend Colbert here. I'm sure the name O'Leary rings a bell, right?
Desmond O'Leary. If you live in New York City,
you've
certainly heard of the richest bookie in town.
You're this goofy man.
After everything that's happened, I was beginning to feel like this case was finally moving forward.
You got more info.
Wrong answer.
But I was wrong.
Now,
Guy's voice.
Where were we? What the hell are you doing here?
Me.
It does not fit.
I know your friend Colbert and his wife.
Now he wants to insult you. All right then, he's all yours.
You made a choice today.
Now it's your turn. I'll call the boss.
You'll be sorry for what you did to me, pal.
He just looks at that fist like he's
Look
really
at this
ready.
fist.
He loves
Desmond,
it.
we caught some damn detective snooping around Bobby Yale's place. Yeah, hired by Dunn's daughter. Safe and sound? What do you mean
Packing
exactly?
sounds in the background.
Oh, sure.
Sounds like they're up to something.
Will do. Colbert, stop hitting him, you beast.
What a shame. We were just getting to know each other.
This is so goofy.
I'm sorry, this game can't do violence at all. It
No,
doesn't
it's
work.
not very good at it.
And that time they just flat out didn't show it at all, so they didn't have to animate it. But it doesn't. The audio doesn't sell it, and like it's just every attempt at violence is not working so far. It's rough.
It is weird though, because you mentioned earlier like the
source
comics
material's
have like
really good
really
at it.
dynamic fights.
Yeah. Yeah, the way he dives like head first into the ground and shoots the rat through the window and everything in that scene like is wild. Oh god, this game's gonna try to do boxing, isn't it?
Thanks, pal.
So, what else can you tell me about Dunn's death?
Well, not much. My memory's not what it used to be.
That's what he says in the comic.
Yeah.
These two are extremely not friends.
No, this guy on the right, the gorilla, like really busts John's balls constantly.
Yeah. He literally he mocks him about his dead ex-girlfriend.
Dunn wasn't black, but he allowed you and Bobby Yale to train here.
Yeah, this was the first integrated gym in the city, I think.
What was Joe Dunn like?
He was a decent man. Have you seen all those slogans on the wall? Those motivational phrases? Joe really believed in them. All of them.
All right.
He played the saxophone, right?
Yeah, pretty well for a white boy. But he quit when his wife died. Makes no sense, right? I mean, nothing draws chicks like the brass. Why quit when you're finally free? Ha 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 ha.
It's like a Dark Souls laugh. Oh my god.
It's amazing.
Joe Dunn or Joey Dunn?
Huh? Nobody called him Joey. Well, maybe his wife. Although she didn't call him anything after she died.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so those two were involved then, so she knows more probably.
Yeah, they're definitely involved.
I found an empty wine bottle on the rooftop. Did Joe Dunn drink?
Only for a while, back when his wife died. But eventually he quit. After that, he'd only drink on special occasions.
Was this game
Do you have
developed
any
for a
idea
different
where Bobby
language
Yale
first?
could be?
Not a clue.
The developers are
comics-
Spanish, and the comics
Okay,
are Spanish.
I was gonna say the comics are Spanish. I don't know if the game was developed in Spanish first, and then this is like some iffily directed localization.
Yeah, I mean, we can try it. We can turn on the Spanish dub and see what it sounds like sometime. All right, let's see. This was about Bobby, so let's ask about family.
Do you know any of his relatives?
His father, Avenarius.
Avenarius? The boxer poet? Didn't he disappear 20 years ago?
Yeah, and his wife, Bobby's mom, died shortly after. Dunn is the closest thing the family to poor kids had ever since.
Interesting.
You said Yale joined a gang back in the day? Know which one?
Hell, I don't know, John. This is New York City. There are more gangs than people.
It's like he had to the fact that he didn't know and didn't remember anything had to load into his memory before he could respond.
How annoyed should I be?
I dropped by Bobby Yale's apartment. I think he might be involved with O'Leary, the bookmaker.
You sure? Yale had some dark years, no doubt, but Dunn turned him into a decent guy. I'm no detective, but I wouldn't follow that lead.
If Yale's gonna fight the reigning champion, he's got a big career ahead of him.
He hasn't lost a single fight since he turned pro. The little bastard beat the socks off me a few years back.
So we at least know that he's like actually he's got something to back up the claim that he might be able to win. So yeah, Sonia might be rigging this game if he comes back. Maybe he's in hiding because he's being targeted by, what was it, O'Leary? Because O'Leary has money on the fighter opposite him. That's my current working hypothesis. And yeah.
How far in advance do they take bets?
Pretty far. I mean, it's only happening in like a month. The betting pools would be open at this point. But I think that my guess is that, like all Blacksad stories, it's going to be circuitous and winding, and it's Sonia is looking for Bobby and wants to, like, she didn't want her dad to die, but her dad probably got involved and, like, learned of the gambling ring and then, like, tried to persuade Bobby not to do it and then got killed for that. That's my guess. That's what I'm working on in my little noggin right now.
Yeah, because you have to think about the incentive the character has to hire us if they are behind stuff.
Yes.
What can you tell me about Sonia Dunn?
She's hot, ain't she?
Horny fuck. Yeah, let's... I mean, I guess we can just ask about them.
You two seem to get along nicely.
Well, I've known her since she was a baby. But she sure has grown, if you get my drift.
We call that grooming
I hadn't
now.
seen her since she left for college about 4 years ago.
Gotcha.
It seems like her father's death didn't really upset her.
Well, she likes to play it cool, which makes her really hot.
Dude.
You didn't care about when your family died. I'm attracted to that.
You're like 45 years old. Chill out.
I better let you get back to your drills.
All right.
Let's go talk to...
Those are basically his two character traits, is that he talks about being attracted to women, and he talks about not caring about people dying over and over again. So it's true to the comic, I guess.
Yeah, and then he busts John's balls constantly.
Haha, your girlfriend got murdered, and also she slept with other people before she got murdered.
Whole and other poems?
Okay. Sure.
Alright, so Yale.
The chest expander.
Yeah, your very own portable
Look at
gym,
that
up to
old
5
font.
resistance springs. Boost your upper body strength.
3 different fonts.
Yeah.
Graphic design is my passion.
Whole poems.
Oh, it's that guy.
Abraham Greenberg.
I think he's the housemate or whatever of the lion.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing references. They're doing references to all the other comics.
All right, so now we know that Bobby Yale was the guy, was the third guy, I think.
This screen filled in.
Yeah.
I'm amused that the cover of that book was that character doing his most punchable face. Why does the game have a time limit to your choices on this screen?
That is really weird.
This is where you try to connect clues?
Yeah.
Hey, so happy.
This much. The chest expander in the trash belongs to Yale.
There we go. So it said we had one deduction to do, so I think that's all we can do right now.
So that's
with
the thing
that
you
one.
can choke somebody out with.
Oh, it is something you could choke someone out with. Maybe Joe was hung posthumously.
Seems easier.
Yes.
It's such an unreasonable way to actually kill somebody, but it's like a thing you could do as to obviously send a message. No one's hanging someone like this as a secret.
Darn it. Okay.
There's something fishy about a suicide?
Something fishy about Dunn suicide. There's paint stains. Yeah, no, we can't. Let's try to link these two. No.
No. Angry face.
I just want Blacksad to think about the explicit photos for a few seconds.
He's thinking about him.
Yeah.
He's thinking about him.
All right. Okay, so I think that we're
very
just
goofy about his little thinking face.
It's nice that we have a menu that shows us some butt cheeks whenever we want them.
Whatever you want.
Every game should have a butt cheek menu.
Yeah.
Let's go talk to Sonia, see if we can get anything from her. He just teleports up those stairs every single time.
It's a time saver, and it's a smooth transition.
Miss Dunn, can I run a couple of questions by you?
If they'll help you find Yale, go ahead.
Sherlock needs the little arrow pointing you to where the clue is. That's something I'm enjoying about this.
Blacksad these glasses.
What's wrong?
Someone's taking pictures from the rooftop.
Are you sure?
I'll go take a look.
Now, who's that rope for, Miss Dunn?
Weekly.
Huh?
Oh my god.
Thank God I get to retry. I was just so startled.
Weekly die. He's the first death of the game. The QTE came out of nowhere. Goes right through the one cracked glass.
Oh, look at him. What a little weenie.
Hey, look. Isn't that Cassidy?
Yet again, I have managed to click the option that changes the scene.
Why don't we settle this over ice cream, huh, John? Just like in the good old days.
How did you get up here?
This laughter is freaking me out.
I don't want anyone to see you.
What a little dingus.
It's resourceful. He's just a gremlin.
He's just a gremlin. He loves naked people. He wants to take pictures of the pretty girls. Like, that's all he wants.
Even the most hapless of creatures has a gift.
He's got his bourbon milkshake.
Float.
Something that makes them special. That makes them worth knowing. Foul-smelling Weekly is no exception. No matter what he does, it's impossible to stay mad at him for too long.
This bourbon shake is delicious. Want a taste?
You know I don't like milk.
Your loss. So, Joe Dunn hangs himself and leaves his gym to his daughter, which makes her the first woman to run a boxing gym.
Yeah.
I think.
The real question is, why did he commit suicide?
Well, it's pretty obvious.
Is that so? Care to shed some light on this, Sherlock?
Oh, there's no need to look for reasons. People hang themselves every day out of sadness. And stuff like that. End of story.
All right.
Weekly continues to be a terrible detective.
Yeah.
It's no secret that boxing and corruption go hand in hand. Dunn seemed like a decent man. Maybe he got tired of fighting. Well, it doesn't really matter. It's just a hunch. I wouldn't bet my life on it. I've got other suspects, like O'Leary, the bookmaker.
Desmond O'Leary? The same O'Leary who used to date Helen Moore? America's sweetheart? Now that's a woman.
And then there's the
effects are so weird.
Who was that guy?
Come on. You've never heard of Frank Cassidy? The president of the Boxing Managers Association?
Who's also Stone's agent, Bobby Yale's rival.
He might know why Dunn killed himself, right?
I decided to ask Weekly to investigate Cassidy. My reasons?
Keep Weekly entertained or get real information.
Weekly was right. Cassidy could have known why Dunn killed himself. Weekly had already proven to be nosy. The farther I kept him from the gym, the better. But with Weekly, you just never know what the best approach might be. Should I give him an order or a subtle suggestion?
A suggestion.
Yeah, you might be right about Cassidy. But, it won't be easy to make him talk. He seems like a pretty tough cookie. Only a thorough and efficient detective could pull it off. But the problem is, I already got enough on my plate.
You're a lucky man, John Blacksad.
I don't follow.
You just found the thorough detective you need.
Oh, of course.
Weird
what a great idea.
Out his mouth.
How did I not think of you?
Hey, don't sweat it. But you'll have to do me a favor. tell Sonia Dunn that a legendary journalist from What's News wants an interview.
Weekly, please.
Well, if not, bye-bye, Cassidy.
Are you gonna shower first?
You know, there's a third option. What if I tell Sonia to sue you for spying on her?
You wouldn't.
Try me.
Okay, you win.
There's for not respecting boundaries.
Yeah, that is something we can get him by. So it's kind of weird that we like kind of commit to options. Like the game doesn't signal what's conversation,
really someone on the roof,
and what's option, right?
We've been gone for like a half an hour.
Yeah.
And we're right back to this conversation about the roof.
He was faster than me. I couldn't get my hands on him.
a fast spy, and a slow detective. This must be my lucky day.
Great. There we go. Okay, now we can go back to getting
Now
clues.
you can smell her. I mean, normal
Big,
sense
bright
powers
eyes.
to have.
Looks well rested. Either she didn't mourn her father, or she really knows how to work that makeup.
Oh, that's a freaky tracking shot.
Yeah, makeup in fur too. Oof.
Yeah.
Nice and steady heartbeat.
Camera.
The heart, you can hear it by looking at someone's chest.
Yeah, the heart is what was being framed there.
I saw you arguing with a guy named Cassidy. What did he want?
You remember the fight that needs to take place in order to save this gym?
Well, Cassidy manages Yale's rival, Stone, the reigning champion.
If Bobby doesn't show up, he'll lose money. Maybe not a lot, but enough to care.
Did you find anything interesting in those papers?
No. Investigation work takes time, as I'm sure you know.
So I definitely think that guy, Cassidy, was the last guy out of the gym, the one that was panting.
Yeah.
And
I'd like to take a look inside that safe now. Could you give me the combination?
I'd love to help you, but my mother's birthday used to be the combination, but I already tried it.
Huh.
They changed the combination.
So what I think is actually happening is that Yale and Sonia, or not Yale and Sonia, Cassidy and Sonia worked to rig the game, and her father probably found out and didn't agree with her.
A happy family?
The tail.
Yeah.
What animal is the Statue of Liberty?
I couldn't get a good read on it. That's weird. All right.
I'm also not clear on tail rules. Like, Blacksad doesn't have a tail, does he?
I don't know. Is it just in his pants? That's a really
Dunn
weird
kept
animation.
Files on the gym staff and clients. Name, address, and date of birth.
Let's see. Does
Interesting.
Blacksad have a tail?
Let's go downstairs and talk to the goat again.
So I think there's just an inconsistency in the comic that I'm not sure about.
Yeah, I have no idea. I can't remember at all. No, I didn't want to read that. I wanted to see the thing that was right next to me.
Yeah, like I'm looking at the panel where the hyena plays the guitar for that little kid, and no one in the entire scene has a tail. And I've never seen Blacksad have a tail, but that one, the Arctic fox that fucks, has a giant tail.
Yeah,
very
it's a
obviously.
Big fluffy
in
one.
that frame. And so it's just, I'm like, oh yeah, and I'm definitely seeing some shots of Blacksad's backside where he's not wearing his trench coat and he does not have a tail.
That's fucked up. Who would ever want to live in a furry universe and not
It's
have
weird,
a tail?
right?
It's
like
wrong.
some characters just have tails and some characters just don't have tails. It makes me think that one of the only times I think I remember a tail would have been a mistake, which makes it goofy that they made the Statue of Liberty have a tail.
Yeah.
in this game. I think that whenever somebody has a tail in Blacksad comic, it's basically a mistake. Because I think it almost never happens.
It just doesn't feel right that he hung himself, and I'm kind of frustrated that what I was saying earlier is that the game just kind of commits you to options. So like when I was talking to Weekly, I picked the option he hung himself because I wanted to like interrogate that question, right? Like this is what the case claims, that he hung himself and died.
Instead, you were committing as Blacksad forever that he definitely hung himself.
Yes, so it's like written in my journal now that that's what happened. Let's go back up and talk to Sonia again, this time about her not loving her father. We're just gonna be hard asses about it.
Yeah, you're about to press X to doubt. There's something uncanny about that cat's face in that painting.
It is really weird.
Dunn's room had quite a view.
It's such a weird noose. Just really, everything about this scene looks really strange.
Yeah, the noose looks too small.
It looks too small and too high up.
Did you find anything interesting in those papers?
No. Investigation work takes time, as I'm sure you know.
I think it's high up because they strung him up.
Yeah, I think he got strung up. One thing I wanted to check is just if the voice language is any better if we put it in Spanish. I won't play with it in Spanish, but I just want to see.
This is text.
This will be a fun thing. Oh, oops. I don't speak Spanish. Aplicar Camiros or something.
Put the voice in Spanish and the text in Japanese.
Here we go. Okay, voice Espanol. Let's see how this sounds. I want to get like one scene with voice, like with lip syncing that I can see to see how it looks.
¿Encuentra algo en esos documentos?
No. El trabajo de investigación lleva tiempo. Como quizás sepa.
It looks slightly more lip synced in Spanish, but I can't tell. We would need to have a conversation with someone.
Yeah, I don't know how to judge whether Spanish is voice acted well or not.
Yeah, me neither. Someone in the stream chat tell us if the Spanish voice acting is better.
I want to hear him laugh.
We just got like a cold.
He just came over to
stare.
hold his bag and he just stared at you until you left away, until you walked away silently.
Oh, I'm just gonna lockpick all sorts of these just randomly. What? Arctic Nation, look.
Oh yeah, that's them. That's the one fox that has a tail.
Yeah, the one in the one right next to the polar bear. These are the bad guys.
Who is hanging this in their locker?
Leaders of the radical organization stand by Arthur Tucker, dog kneeling, one of 7 members arrested during the riots.
This is distressing. I know how all of those characters die.
Oh, Mr. Tucker, an amateur boxer, allegedly broke a police officer's jaw. Well,
they
are bastards
here.
We found a big clue.
El orgulloso sur. Huele a pintura.
Oh.
Red paint.
So now we know who the paint guy is. All right, let's try to put these together. See if we can get some more voice acting.
I was not expecting this much Arctic Nation to come up.
Yeah.
There's like weird foreshadowing. Oh wait, does it say this takes place after Arctic Nation?
After Arctic Nation, yep.
So everyone else in that photo is dead by now.
Yes. Nope. Can't get anything out of that. Let's investigate the crime scene again, maybe. Just take a look.
Now I'm nervous. How many more prompts are there everywhere? This is like a peeled open locker. What's up with that?
Por supuesto.
stuff.
So they stole whatever was in it, but what was the name?
It was Joey something. I can't look at it again. It looked like it said like Joey Mulholney, something like that.
Because it looks like they pried it open to take everything out.
Yeah.
El cerebro supremacista no guarda espacio para menudencias como el sentido común o, ya puestos, la ortografía. Pero este cultísimo escritor reparó en que había cometido un pequeño error, lo borró y mejoró sensiblemente el mensaje.
Interesting.
Oh, that is listed as a clue, so you need to inspect it.
Oh, we have a new
thorough
deduction.
Toaster.
We did it. Well, we couldn't investigate it earlier. Now we can investigate it because it's the red paint. It's not blood. We got the red paint clue. Why did they have a picture of Blacksad's girlfriend?
Yeah.
To my favorite bodyguard. Oh, this is Jake.
Que Jake trabajó para Natalia.
Yes,
Estaba en lo
it's the
cierto.
gorilla's locker.
Demasiado pronto para pasar página.
Oh, so...
¿Qué narices haces? Jake, dame una sola razón para que no te haga una cara nueva. ¿Qué se te ha perdido en mi taquilla?
Tengo que investigar. Soy detective.
Sí, pero también eres mi amigo. O eso creía.
Friend is a strong word for me.
Que te den, John.
So interesting. So yeah, I do think that the voice acting is actually lip synced to Spanish. That's what it looked like to me.
That makes sense.
But we're doing
the localization to English is outsourced.
Yeah. Because I mean, the comic's original language is Spanish, and the game's developers are Spanish. But
yeah, it makes sense. And from what I remember, I think when I watched the first trailer for this game and then a later trailer for this game, the voice actor had changed in English too.
That's all I get.
Yeah, that seems kind of important, Blacksad.
Yeah.
I've gotten used to it, but this voice actor was a shock when he became the voice actor.
Yeah,
He's got a very
he definitely
specific,
sounds
odd kind of
like
voice.
older as well than I kind of expected.
Yeah.